How long have you been cutting hair, and how has barbering changed since the beginning?
So I've been cutting hair since, I said like 2007, 2008. I got my license in 2009. And actually on my sticker, it actually says, in my logo, it says established in 2009. Is that how long your shop's been open? And the answer is no. That's when my firstborn daughter was born, was 2009. And that's when I got my barber's license, was like 2009, 2010. So to me, that's always been like something special. So we went ahead and stamped that on the AntzchopShop logo. To answer your second question, it's changed a lot. When I first started cutting hair, everything was like high fades, right? So like military style cut. You get one clip, you run it straight up, you blend it out and the bottom skin line, and it's pretty much good to go. A lot of people were getting like 2-1 pointy sideburns, taper, designs started coming in like shooting stars and stuff. So for me, the transition was actually kind of hard because here I was in a busy barbershop and all I knew how to do was high fades. Comb over started coming in, burst fades, designs, low tapers. So for someone like me, the transition wasn't too easy. I had to really readjust myself and kind of step back and realize like, hey, I don't know it all, which I did. I thought when I was young, like, man, I got this. But the only haircuts I knew how to do was like 2, maybe a 3 and a high skin fade, because that's what everyone in high school was getting, you know. Maybe they were getting like a tapered neckline and pointy sideburns, like I said, and they used to call them cat scratches, the 3 lines, you know, you see them sometimes still. That was definitely for me, that was actually a struggle, was having to step back and realize that I didn't know it all, and really, that's when YouTube videos started coming out, really studying and readjusting my craft. And so I was just stuck in the era of everything high fades, like I said. So being able to step back and do that was a crucial time for me, but I'm thankful that, I was able to surround myself with good barbers and take this thing serious, and it allowed me to start to learn those low fades, tapers, and and to stay relevant.
Would you say with the changing trends that it was a humbling experience?
Yeah, definitely, for sure, because I'll go back to what I said. I thought I knew it all. I was 18, 19 years old, thinking that I had a little bit of a clientele. So it was definitely humbling. It kind of hit me where it hurt. But for me, as a barber, as a business owner, as a human being, when something affects you like that, to me it shows that you care enough, or haircuts aren't coming out the way that you want them to, and they really sting you, they hurt you, whether someone makes a comment about your haircuts or people may be teasing you a little bit in the shop. To me, that used to affect me. But as I've gotten older and wiser, that was enough for me to realize, like, man, I care about my craft, and I would see some barbers where, they maybe put out a bad cut, and, it really didn't bother them that they had messed that haircut up, And I'm not talking down on anybody, because that's happened to me plenty of times where, a haircut leaves the shop and I was like, man, I know I can do better, or I get feedback like, man, you messed that dude up, So for me, it was definitely humbling, and I had to really like take a step back and realize like I don't have it all together,
What does being a barber mean to you personally?
Man, it means a lot. To me personally, it's allowed me to provide for my family. It's allowed me to kind of make my own schedule. I'm still in here grinding, all the time, but it's allowed me, like personally, it's allowed me to take care of my family, I have a beautiful wife. I have 2 kids. I have 1 on the way. And it's allowed me to really be creative and help others, So not only provide for myself and my family, but also to help others who are up and coming, and I've had a chance to, barbers that still aren't here, there's no hard feelings, but they've came through, and it might have been seasonal, but to see them to be able to do the same, to me, that means the world, So it's not just about myself, and that's what I like about being a shop owner, is like, this isn't about me. Yeah, my name is on it, but it's about the shop, about these guys being able to grow, You'll see me out on Union sometimes holding, right here on the corner, holding a barbershop sign, and I already have my clientele, so I'm actually able to bring foot traffic to the shop. Or I'm out and about, I always have stickers, flyers, I'm always thinking about how can I bring someone to the shop, not for myself, but, for my barbers. And they do their part too, they know we do have our talks where I do ask that my barbers meet me halfway, and, they're going out and providing clients for themselves. but I try to do my part as the owner, and I feel like that's what makes the shop special, is that we have a lot of foot traffic because I'm always out there, and I don't want to say it's all because of myself, but I'm always out there trying to market and brand this barbershop.
You would say you're an entrepreneur at heart?
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely?
Yeah.
Would you say that your journey has made you rich in happiness?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say rich financially, but yeah, but rich in happiness for sure. Money is good, but with being an owner of a shop and having a mortgage, like I'm able to pay those things off. But happiness, that's a lot of people sleep on that. Is people think rich is all about finances. Yeah, you need finances to survive, but I have a beautiful family. I have a great team behind me. Yeah, we have our slow days. Yeah, we have our times where things may not be going as smooth as I'd like them to, but that's how every business is, whether it's a barbershop, tattoo shop, whatever it is. I mean, you're gonna have your slow days, but I think you hit it right there on the head, man. Is rich in happiness for sure. So as my dad, what do you think about the shop?
I think the shop is amazing. I've seen the journey you've been on, from being on Niles to a little shop to where you are now.
To being in my backyard.
And in your grandpa's backyard garage, when you had your teammates back there getting haircuts, happy, I don't know, you charged them $1 or whatever it was, but I've seen your journey and see where you are now, where you're going. I think it's amazing. So I'm proud of you.
Do you have any stories?
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of stories. Well, I must say, as his father, his inspiration came from me when I used to cut his hair.
Heck no, that's a lie. He used to leave me long strands of hair.
But at that home clipper, and he's like, Dad, cut my hair, so I'll get my hair cut.
I didn't say Dad cut my hair. He said, boy, come here so I can cut your hair.
Oh yeah, that's. Well, we have different versions of the story, but ultimately I'd cut his hair, and I think he figured out ultimately how not to cut hair.
Was I a good kid when I lived with you up in the Bay Area?
You were a good kid. You were a nice kid. Athletic. Didn't like to study very much.
ADHD. I got ADHD.
Well, he would hide his report cards and.
Oh yeah, I used to.
And erase the phone messages.
So the school would call, I'd come in, and I would delete the answer machine. My teachers would call a lot.
I found his report cards on the bottom drawer, hiding.
Yeah. So I used to run away from home after a while.
Yeah, it's like, all right. I was strict with them because I want them to learn some values and what it is to be a young man, but it was a challenge.
Did you ever expect him to ever own anything like a shop, business? Did you see it in him?
I saw him at a young age where he was interested in cutting hair, but I didn't think he was going to follow it. I thought he was going to be a baseball player because he wanted to play ball. Okay. He tried that out, going to BC, I believe, tried it out. But his passion was cutting hair, so he pursued it. And look where he's at now.
Gotta do what you love, bro.
Yep.
You cut it right there.